Hi guys, how's it going? And in this video I'm going to be doing a quick box opening stroke somewhat review of a trading card game called Worlds, homemade trading card game. So they were very generous enough just to send this box to me to do a quick opening and a review on it. Yeah, let's get straight to it. So you can buy this off the Game Crafter. Uses one of the medium-sized, I think it's one of the deck boxes, like the larger deck boxes, what you use to store multiple decks in. And overall, the design is very unique to this this type of game. So I think it's the first one, the first game I've ever seen with this weird black and white style artwork. You'll see more as we progress into the video. And basically, it's a game about well, thoughts and so yeah, let's get into it. So on the side of the box we've got how to play game. There are a few more rules than what is described on here, and I'll go through them shortly. But you do have the basic run of the game here. You've got a few socials on the back, you've got a few more rules on the side, and what comes in the box on this final side. Nothing on the bottom, and then you've got this on top. These are the two decks, I believe, what come with the deck, with the box. And there's also a draft pack in here as well, which has got about 100 cards or so. So the aim with the draft pack is that after every game, then you get to draw cards from the draft pack. Alright, so let's move on to it, let's get into it. So I have already opened this just to have a quick sneak peek, and these are the two decks. You've got an Irritative Acuity deck and a Dreadful Bewilderment deck. I have had a quick peek through here. This one looks like the more aggressive and darker deck, whereas this one looks a bit more peacefully deck, like chilled out cards. This one is 72 cards. This is your draft pack. So at the end of the game you would draw cards from this draft pack. I think the loser gets priority on that. And it also comes with a couple of dice. Clear dice, however, so I'm not quite sure the concept on the clear dice, but from what I've read in the rules, I think they need to implement some kind of time tokens. So you get 12 tokens, which basically determine the how many turns are left in the game. In theory, you could use 2d6s, but I don't think that that's what this is. These are aimed at. So yeah, the aim of the game is to gain as much influence as possible before the end of turn 12. However, there are different colours of influences, so I think something like the little gemstones that you can get from the Game Crafter to represent every colour would possibly be a really good addition to this. Alright, so I'm going to quickly go through some of the decks and show you the basic layout of the card. In fact, I'm going to show you this deck first because I think I prefer this deck. It looks a bit more of an aggro deck than anything. It tells you what you get on the back. Quick, that's always useful, a quick layout of the game, of how the gameplay works. And yeah, it looks like a pack of nerds, if you remember the sweets, the candy. It kind of reminds me of a pack of them. Speed, we'll come on to speed in a minute, and again it's just got some basic rules on the inside of each of these booster packs. So this is your basic card layout, and as you can see what I mean by the artwork, so every piece of artwork is in this circle with this. It's kind of like, it's all about your mind, your thoughts, and you know, thinking about things, psychological almost type of card game. So you've got something where it's all blacked out around the back, and then the actual concept of the card is in the middle here. So you've got, at the top this is the speed. There's 4 different types of speeds, I'll show them in a minute. And then these are the cards, basically that's what you need to check these off to be able to play this card. So instead of having a card cost, you know, like mana or something, you've just got to have these things in play to be able to play it. That's got an effect, and then that is what happens when you play the card. So, you know, you get to rearrange the top 3 cards of your deck. And then here is your influence, and the influence is basically what will win you the game. So there's 4 different types. You've got chosen, self, tribe and friend. Each one means different things, however that is how you gain points. So for example, gain 2 chosen colour. Chosen means you get to choose the colour what you want. I don't quite know what the pros and cons of having specific colours of the game, however that is where you would gain like 2, let's say you choose red, you could choose 2 red points of influence, put it to your side, and then that's your 2 points, which goes towards your grand total at the end of turn 12. Anyway, we're going to have a quick look through some of these cards because I don't want the video getting massively long. However, it's quite interesting to see some of these cards. So, have you noticed some of these changes? So you got fast and slow. Slow basically means you put it out of play for 1 turn, and then when the start of your next turn happens, you get to play that card for free. So that's slow. Fast is like an instant in Magic the Gathering, where you can play it against your opponent's like sorcery cards. Normally it's basically a sorcery card, and already here it's like an instant, and then it stops the stack. So nobody can play any more cards on top of that one. So the stack is kind of influenced from Magic the Gathering, but I think this is called the Train of Thoughts, I think it's called. It's a very, very almost similar type of thing, but that's the speed. So the speed is that. You got a slow, normal, fast, and already here. So yeah, it's very interesting style of art. They do have this on an online platform. I don't know if we've got it on Untap. However, you've got one on Tabletop Simulator, and the creator is also on Discord as well. So you can contact them on Discord. I'm in good communications with the content creator. So so it's always good to have a content creator who like can respond to you know, the same day type of thing. So that is that's always a given. So I'm just going to quickly go through this second randomised deck. But yeah, that's basically the game. You've got 12 turns between the 2 players, so you've kind of got to be a bit quick, and then whoever wins the game kind of get like 1 point, and then once you've played so many games, the player with the most points is the actual winner of Mind Worlds. So yeah, it's a very unique. I do like how we've got the 2 boxes down here, like the effect and the influence on some of the cards. It's a different type of way of being able to play cards, you know, because that goes off what cards you have currently in play, and yeah, it's. I don't really think there's much more to it than that. They do have a lot of gameplay videos up on their YouTube channel, so if you're interested in watching a few games, you can play that. And the good thing about their channel as well is that they do a lot of speed art and card and like single card analysis videos. So they are very active when it comes to not necessarily promoting the game, but the idea behind the game and stuff like that. At the moment, at the time of this video, there is no rule guide video. However, I have requested a rule guide video, and they have said that they will be working on that video at some point in the very near future. Anyway guys, that is going to be Mind Worlds homemade trading card game. Be sure to go and check them out. If you've not already subscribed to them, be sure to go and do that. And yeah, I shall hopefully see you in my one of my next upcoming videos. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye bye.